Hey, it's Kristyn Burtt for Red Carpet Report, and I am so excited we're here with Debby Ryan because I want to know who is Radio Rebel. Or Radio Rebel.
Or Radio Rebel. I love it. Not to be trusted with a stack of stickers.
No, not at all. I'm not well behaved.
Well, Radio Rebel she's a DJ in Seattle in my new movie, and she basically ends up kind of creating a bit of a rebellion. She's not well behaved either.
That's good though. We like that.
She kind of is not afraid to really voice her opinion and stand up for what she's standing up for. Behind a faceless alter ego. People don't really know who she is, and when you kind of find out her real kind of person is Tara, and Tara is painfully shy, and she has her little circle, and it's not that she doesn't know who she is, it's that she's just like afraid to say it. So as Radio Rebel is affecting the guy that she has a crush on, the girl who's super mean in school, the principal, and taking over the city, Tara kind of starts to make peace with the voice within her.
Yeah. And really let people know who she actually is.
Who she really is. And that's the whole thing is, you don't know the identity of kind of Radio Rebel. And you do as a viewer about like halfway through the movie. And I'm sure you know if you're watching the interview right now. But, it's not a huge secret. But it's this kind of moment about being like, are people going to figure it out? And the more people, anytime you do anything intense or powerful or this has never been done before, it's going to be controversial, and there are going to be people who are coming against you, and Radio Rebel is no exception. So there's people who want to bring her down.
Yeah, well, this is a lot of issues that all of us have dealt with in school and things like that, cliques and people forming judgments and things like that. I mean, what kind of like great lessons is it going to teach, all the viewers out there?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Disney, obviously, they love the moral of the story, and they don't just make things to be funny. They care about telling a story, and, coming into them, they know that the movies that I make aren't PSAs, I don't want it to be like, hello, I'm Debby Ryan here,
Call this hotline after.
Right. But I absolutely believe that we have a voice. TV has a voice, and I have a voice, and Radio Rebel on the radio has a voice. Like, it's all about kind of communicating and trying to make the world a better place, starting with you and starting with yourself and starting with the people that you're talking to. So I think that the movie, one of the coolest lessons is, like, reject the status quo. It used to be about the beauty of individuality, and hanging out with 17 different Debby Ryans would be like the most boring thing for me, mainly because we would all be like way too ADD and kind of like introverted and bizarre, and
it'd be fun, but
it'd be fun, but it'd be a little like
diversity's good.
Diversity is so beautiful, and I moved around a lot growing up. So I lived in Germany, and I traveled all around Europe when I was like 8. So I grew up seeing different cultures and trying different foods and meeting different people, and I liked it. I like the idea of just this beautiful, and at any given moment, if you walk into my house and see the people who are jamming there, like the people who, I have a home studio, so people always like make music in my house. Actually, right now, I'm currently here. There are 5 people at my house.
What's going on there?
They're filming a YouTube video. They're just jamming.
That's amazing.
They just play our pianos and jam. But it's like you walk in and it's like a Crayola box. It's like people who are raised in different backgrounds who, look different, dress different. And it's funny. The looks that we get, we look like the Breakfast Club. There's like someone in all leather. There's like someone in pearls. It's just, and I sleep
makes
in a
life
teepee.
fun.
I'm a hippie. It totally makes fun. It totally makes like for a really just good, I don't know. It's beautiful, and some of Radio Rebel's phrases, which are very like.
Do you have a favorite phrase from Radio Rebel?
I like music can set you free.
And music's so important to you.
It's really important to me.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about that because you get to sing 3 songs, and I'm kind of excited that one of them's a go-go song.
Yeah, that was what was really cool. God, it's crazy to like slide around your hardwood on your socks and jam to like old school rock and roll.
Yep.
And then it's just a new level of crazy to stand in a recording studio and actually jam it. There's something completely empowering and unreal about that. So being able to cover We've Got the Beat was so much fun. And while filming the movie, it was like I would create playlists and playlists, some that Tara would make, some just that I thought were inspirational. And then the other girl, Mercedes, who played the DJ Cammy Q. Hers. The movie was the book takes place in Miami.
Yep.
So it feels very kind of like Miami influenced initially.
Latin, Cuban.
Right. And she is, that character Cammy Q totally is. So she's kind of a little bit like Latin pop, super high energy, vibrant colors. That's her character. Yep. When we moved the movie to Seattle, my character became a little bit more grunge, kind of underground. Seattle is the birth of
Nirvana.
grunge.
Yeah.
Totally. So it was very much like that, and it's kind of bridging that gap. So they're definitely into the music, and I believe that music can set you free. I think that there's something so empowering about being able to either get lost in a song or live in that world for a moment.
Or help you through a moment when you're having like a difficult time or anything else like that.
Do you know what? For my last movie, 16 Wishes, I wrote a song called Open Eyes that was kind of talking to me through a really hard time I was going through socially. And then my best friend, her mom had gotten sick. And so I was kind of writing to let her know that it was going to be okay, that I didn't know how it was going to be okay, but that I knew that she was going to be fine and that everything was going to be okay. And at the end of the day,
you're there for her.
And that song, Open Eyes, has actually, I've gotten a lot of response from a couple people being like, oh, that song helped me through so much. And that was really cool. And so another song from the 16 Wishes soundtrack called A Wish Comes True Every Day, that one is also like a bonus track on the record. So the soundtrack's really, really rad. We got tons of original songs, some like underground songs, one from Radio Disney's Next Big Thing, Shaylee.
Oh, we love Shaylee. We were there. We actually saw you guys at the finals. Yep.
Which was like super suspenseful. My kids were so excited. They were like peeking over the balcony being like, I think it's going to be Shaylee. Yeah, they're like totally about it.
There was totally like, there's a Zach corner and there was a Shaylee corner.
Do you know what?
Both great kids.
The guys were like, they totally were, and they're great like entertainers. But the guys were totally like doing Zach's moves. They were like, oh, I could do that. Oh, he pulled that from Michael Jackson. Oh, he did this. One of them was like, I think it's going to be Shaylee. You know, it's just like we all had our...
He's a great dancer.
He's really great. And I like his influence. Like his swag is cool. He walked up to me before that at some event, and I didn't know who he was. But he was like, hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Zach Montana. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Congrats on everything or whatever, after kind of I started figuring it out. And then I saw him at MBT, and I was like, it was this, hi, I'm Zach. And then he's on stage, and he's like owning, and the girls are screaming. Yeah. So the MBTs are cool, and we have one of those songs, and then we have my cover of the Go-Go's track, which actually my production company, I was like, it's crazy to license a song and be able to cover such a legendary song.
Is it difficult to license it and get it there?
It is. It really is. You know, and the Go-Go's, they're not like still touring. Because we were actually like, oh, we should do something with the Go-Go's. And
how amazing would that be? I love Belinda Carlisle.
Okay. It's all about, I don't know, it's just this, it's cool. I like girls who make music. There's something about a girl with a guitar. There's something about a girl who can like jam. You know,
it's really kind of rad. It's just like one of those things, strong and fierce.
Rad. And you know what? I grew up listening to the Monkees and the Beach Boys, and then so I listened to like surf rock, right? The guys singing mellow love songs. And then when I discovered Debbie Harry and I discovered Joan Jett, I was like, these chicks rule.
They're amazing.
And like I didn't watch any princess movies, but I watched Mulan when it came out, and I had a Mulan doll. Like I was like all up on the girls who fight like the boys.
The strength, the power behind it.
So I feel like we got the beat really, really was crazy legendary.
Captured all
and
of
it
that.
meant a lot. Yeah, it was just, it means a lot to anyone that you bring it up to. And so I mentioned it to my director that I was covering it, and you know, he was humming it halfway through a scene, and I was like, started like percussing, and my kids started jamming, and we were literally in the living room set on Jessie, and we were like, two of them were standing on the couch, one of us was like sitting on the piano. We were literally just jamming this song because we could.
And it's awesome.
It's just universal. In 20 years, it's still going to be relevant.
Yep.
You know, it's
one
currently
that
still
always
relevant.
people are always love. Now I heard you out in the hallway back there rapping. You're pretty good and you're really fast.
People ask me about that. I don't know how it started.
So rapid.
It's
you
pretty
just
fast.
gotta do a little sample because I was like shocked at how fast that was.
Here's the thing with rapping. Rapping is about the tempo, you know? People are like, oh, it's just like the speed. But you have to like keep it in line with itself. I don't know, okay. What do you want me to rap? Should I rap Lady Sovereign? Should I rap Nicki Minaj, an original rap? Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
This one is for the boys with the booming system, top down AC with the coolest. Someone to come up in the club, he be blazing up, got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And he ill, he real, he might got a deal, he pop bottles and he got the rack on a bill. He go, he dope, he might sell coat, he always in the air, but he never fly coach. That's probably where What I was rapping in the hall was Lady Sovereign, who before Nicki Minaj was like just a total like East London like Lady Sovereign SOV like super like rude girl like it's so
That's
rad.
amazing.
She's rad, and she was like a girl who raps. Like she raps fast too. She has a song called Blah Blah, and the one it's like, yo, why do people try to classify me as an Eminem? Hey, I'm a different kind of specimen just because, you know, white Caucasian doesn't mean me and him are the same. Because one, I'm not American, and two, I'm not a man. Three, I'm going to chew with a different kind of blend to get you back straight. Because you know that count. Like, she's fast.
That's amazing. I can't do any of that. All right, before we wrap up here, I've got, I promised, I don't know, wrap up, literally. But I'm funny.
People keep asking me to rap.
Rap
People
and then
keep
wrap
telling
up.
me to have a rap career. That's funny.
I promised one fan question.
Hi, fan question.
Yes, it's from Julia.
What's up, Julia? Thank you for writing in.
All right, so she wanted to know why you auditioned for Disney Channel originally, and were you nervous?
Yes, I was mad nervous. And I auditioned for Disney Channel because after doing a couple years of auditions for features and dramatic parts and girls who were traumatized by things, I realized that I am inherently goofy. And that if I can make a career out of being silly and having fun and watching and like being on the shows that I love to watch, that would be the ultimate. And I sent in a video audition and I sent it out to California, which, as far as I knew, was like Mars.
Goes off, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Ship it off.
you don't just get in a car and go to California, especially then. I mean, I was 13, so this was 5 years ago, you know? It was like before Twitter. It was before you can just tweet your favorite celebrities.
Hey, Radio Disney.
Hey, what up, Radio Disney? Like, seriously. And so it was like, all right, well, this is far out. Might as well go for it. Might as well have fun. And I did, and I got called back, and it ended up going well.
And here you are.
But yeah, I was nervous.
That's awesome. Well, remind everyone where we can find
Yes,
Radio Rebel. What date? February 17th, right?
February 17th on the Disney Channel, and actually it's going to be part of We've Got the Beat Week all that week, and on the 13th premieres the music video that my production company actually produced, which is very like street art, rock and roll, We Got the Beat type jam. So that's on the 13th. Soundtrack comes out on the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to you from us. And check out Radio Rebel on the channel on the 17th.
Sounds good. I'm going to add a few more stickers.
Please do. Yes. And go to whoisradiorebel.com because I shot a bunch of B-roll for you guys, like behind-the-scenes stuff of all of us jamming and all of our handshakes. And I've been putting these everywhere.
On my back
when you're done. Yeah.
All right. Debbie, thank you so much. It's great to see you as always. And I'm sure we'll check you out later on this year. But of course, Jessie, Radio Rebel, the soundtrack, your music video. We got it all here at Red Carpet Report. I'm Kristyn Burtt. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.